A CBC is one type of publicly issued digital dollar. It would be issued, backed, and regulated by the Federal Reserve, and the U.S. government would fully back and trust it. This could be an option to the ways people currently pay for things. It would have benefits like instant payment settlement, allow cross-border transactions, and help more people get access to money. Over 130 countries have started to look into making their own digital currencies that are backed by the government. There are already pilot projects running in China, Russia, Saudi Arabia, and India. As early as 2028, a digital euro pilot could begin. Until then, the U.S. is still a long way behind. Even though there is more and more clear knowledge about how digital currency works, these words belong to the U.S. Congress right there. Make no mistake about it. The U.S. Congress has clearly said that XRP is okay in the U.S. This isn't just for banks and investment firms. XRP can be used for both domestic and foreign transactions. This is especially true from the U.S. Federal Reserve. Why does this matter? The world shift is known to the U.S. Congress. Countries like China, India, Brazil, and others are working with Ripple to set up their own digital currencies that are backed by their central banks. The U.S. doesn't want to be behind on this change. And can you guess which company they're working with? Yes, Ripple. As always, welcome back to HelpCoin, the place to go for all things XRP. The BRICS countries Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa have worked together on a central bank digital currency that they can all use. The U.S. is planning to do the same. Let me show you a video that shows how. Ripple and the U.S. Federal Reserve talked about CBDCs all the way back in 2015. This historical background makes the work that Ripple and the U.S. have done together behind the scenes even more important. Even though there are public fights between Ripple and the SEC, the fact that they worked together was a strong sign that Ripple would win the SEC case. Do you remember when Ripple told the Federal Reserve about the FedNAB payment method in 2015? The Federal Reserve didn't give Ripple direct credit when they released the system, but there are hints. The Federal Reserve talked about a possible partnership with a blockchain company that can make payments quick and easy, with process times of only 3 to 5 seconds. The possibility of the U.S. Federal Reserve using Ripple has been brought up many times by Gary Gensler. Even before he became president, when the SEC was suing Ripple, Gensler said he thought the Federal Reserve would add XRP and Ripple to their payment system so that it could be used for both domestic and foreign transactions. Now let's talk about current events. Riverbank, a well-known Ripple payment partner that uses the Riplet system, has become a real part of the FedNet payment system. Let us break this down. This is more than just a bank. It helps people send and receive money using Riplets, XCurrent, and XRP methods. For on-demand liquidity, both of these services use XRP and its ledger. Since Riverbank joined FedNet, it's clear that XRP, XCurrent, and Riplet, which are all based on XRP, will play a part. In other words, the FedNet payment system is ready to use XRP to meet its cross-border funding needs. So, as XRP's usefulness and range of uses grow, you can expect its value to go up. If you own XRP and are watching this, this is good news for your investment. Adding XRP to regular banking systems is more than just a sign of how useful the coin could be. It shows how the world of global business is changing. We're seeing a paradigm shift happen as traditional banks realize how fast, efficient, and cost-effective blockchain technologies like Ripple's are. Also, Gary Gensler's support and the actions taken by banks like Riverbank afterward are just the tip of the iceberg. As more businesses around the world start to understand and use, because of how powerful XRP and other similar technologies are, the whole business will be affected. Before we go any further, I have some exciting news for my readers. I have an offer for XRP. Just do these 3 easy things to join in. Press the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, turn on alerts, and share this video with your friends and family. When we pick our lucky winner, I'll make sure these steps are followed. So, everyone have a good day. We'll let you know as the winner when we've reached 8,000 members. Now, let's get back to the subject at hand. XRP's value and how important it is becoming. We've talked about how the U.S. Federal Reserve is interested in it and how most people in the U.S. want to use it. But people outside of the U.S. are also seeing how useful XRP could be. Some countries, like the BRICS nations and even the EU with its digital euro project, are looking into what it can do. The movies we've made on these topics go into more detail about how XRP is being used in Europe's digital euro project, and the BRICS nations, CBDC, to restate our main point. The US isn't just interested in XRP as a possible CBDC, which we talked about in another video. They also want to use it to make cross-border trades more efficient. This isn't just true for CBDCs, it's true for all banking transactions, both at home and abroad. Let's look at what this means for the future value of XRP. There will be changes to XRP's value as more people use it, especially big financial institutions like the US Federal Reserve. In the end, how useful a coin is a big part of how much it's worth. When a digital currency like XRP is used in big financial processes, it's not only the benefits it brings to transactions right away, but also the trust and confidence it builds over time. The world's business scene is changing very quickly. Cryptocurrencies, especially ones that have been used before, like XRP, are becoming more and more important as digital transactions become the rule, and people want quick, cheap, cross-border payments. When big countries and financial institutions back XRP, it can really take off and become its own thing. This is a very important time for businesses and fans. Based on its current support and connections, XRP's path points to a bright future. But, as with any investment, it's important to stay up to date, keep an eye on how things are changing, and make choices based on a lot of study. Is it possible that XRP will reach $10,000? In the crypto world, this question has been getting a lot of attention. We'll get to it soon. It's important to note that multinational organizations, especially those from North America, are becoming more interested in the XRP ledger. As the world of crypto grows, digital monies are now used in XRP is often cited as a frontrunner in more than 130 countries. What do you think XRP could be worth? Speculations range from $10,000 to an amazing $35,000. This is because it could play a part in global CBDC operations, which are digital currencies run by central banks. What does this mean? There's a chance that XRP could become the standard medium of exchange as more countries adopt it for international purchases. This was made clear by the executive director at Will Hill Capital. If XRP is accepted as this medium around the world, it would mean that a big chunk of the world's wealth would pass through the XRP system. Even though there is a lot of XRP available, its worth could go up because of how much people want it, putting it in the $10,000 to $35,000 range. These are the predictions and values for XRP that experts and fans are looking forward to seeing. Do not forget that I am not a qualified financial advisor. The information in these movies is only meant to be entertaining. Before making any decisions, I always tell viewers to do their own study and talk to professionals. Making choices about money. Thanks for listening. Do not forget to hit the follow button and give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Also, make sure the alerts are on so you know right away when I post something new. In the next movie, I can't wait to catch up with you. Be careful.